So I've basically been wanting to make this video, basically outlining the whole story about how I first came to learn about bodybuilding and to eventually, you know, become a bodybuilder, I guess you could say, and work out for 10 years. But first, I wanted to give a little physique update. This is what we're working with right now. I'm probably like, I don't know, 215 or something like that. I have no idea if I'm being honest, but I feel pretty good. 215, yeah, maybe 218. I've been counting my calories pretty seriously for like the past 2-3 weeks. So I'm really spot on with that, and I'm catching a lot of momentum, so I feel amazing. And some of you are probably wondering, what's this mark on my chest? Yeah, I just got some cupping therapy done. I'm lying. So I got about 40 grams of cream of rice, and I put cinnamon and wildflower honey in it. And then I got 2 scoops of whey isolate in this Hellamix shaker cup. Hellamix is my shaker cup sponsor. And what I usually do is I just pour the coffee in here, and I do like a protein coffee. It's fucking banging, you should try it. I also got a tablespoon of coconut oil in the coffee. Okay, so I've had a busy fucking morning, busy day. I'm about to go train legs, and when I get back from training legs, then I'll tell you the story about how I found bodybuilding. Definitely when you're leaving your house or apartment, just, just definitely lock the door. So like I said, I gotta train legs. So I'm about to go do that. When I come back, I'm gonna tell you guys a story about basically how I found bodybuilding. But sometimes before the gym, I'll just sit in my car and let out one of these. All right, here we go. Okay, so I just fucking murdered legs, bro. I know everyone's gonna ask, was it intense? Yes. Are my legs pumped? Yes. Was it a short workout? 40 minutes, baby. Did it hurt? The whole time. Will my legs grow from it? I really hope so. Just finished up that workout. I'm about to head home, shower, then have my post-workout meal. And then I'm finally gonna fucking tell you how I came to bodybuilding and how I got to where I am today in regards to fitness. So when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I remember the first time I kind of saw my mom work out. I used to hang out with my mom when she would work out like in the garage. And that's kind of like the first memory I have of fitness and exercise. My dad was a Marine, so he was like fit. I remember watching him kind of work out in our garage. We always had like a home gym set up. And that's just kind of like the earliest memories of like fitness and health for me. Now I was into music at a really young age, like probably from age like 8, was really into music, and I wanted to be like a singer. Like I wanted to be like the singer of a band, and I really enjoyed performing. And even earlier than that, I was really into drawing. So I always had like kind of like this artistic side of me, and I felt like I enjoyed like the arts versus like sports and stuff like that. Like I played sports, fucking pee-wee football, little league baseball, basketball, soccer, sports like that, up until about 5th grade. Around 5th grade, I stopped playing sports. And I was really into music even heavier. I was in a band from like age probably 12 to age like 20. I was in and out of different bands and playing music, heavy music, soft music, whatever it was. I just really liked music. Right around age 12 or 13, I remember my brother was really into fitness. And he was kind of like the first person that I looked up to when it comes to fitness. My brother was always in really good shape, and he worked out because I found a lot of interest in it because it was something that he was doing. So I really wanted to kind of take after him, and I would always ask him advice on fitness and stuff like that. Like I would just bother the hell out of him. Remember when I was probably like 13 or 14, I would spend a lot of time on YouTube and a lot of time on this website called bodybuilding.com, just obsessively researching bodybuilding and understanding fitness. I didn't really get too serious into bodybuilding until I met my friend Brandon, who ended up teaching me pretty much everything I know about bodybuilding, powerlifting, and strength sports and stuff like that. Either way, I was trying to figure everything out on my own from probably age probably age 14 to 15. I was trying to figure everything out on my own, and I was making decent progress, but nothing crazy. And then I met my mentor, Brandon, who took me under his wing, and he was actually, I guess you could consider like an elite level teenage powerlifter. And he was really strong and taught me the basics of powerlifting and bodybuilding. And that's basically how I was able to propel really fast. I gained like over 100 pounds in 16 months, 100% natural. I competed in the USAPL, which was a drug-free powerlifting federation. I really enjoyed bodybuilding and fitness all throughout high school. And my main goal was to get my pro card in the IFBB. And that was my goal from probably age 16 to like 24. I was heavily pursuing getting my pro card. Never really felt like I was big enough, so I spent most of that time trying to put on size to compete. And this was before classic physique even existed. And yeah, I really wanted to be a professional bodybuilder. Like, I was dead set on that. Up until about age 24, I focused solely on bodybuilding, and pretty much every other aspect of my life fell to the wayside because I was so obsessed with putting on muscle and just being the best bodybuilder I could be. You know, I didn't really care about, relationships. I didn't really care about finances. I didn't even care about social media at all. I didn't care about really anything but bodybuilding. And this was before, I had a fall. So I basically had just been pursuing bodybuilding, for all that time and not really doing anything else. Up until age 24 is when I started to rethink some things about my life. I had a couple epiphanies. I had some of these, I guess you could say, like aha moments where I felt like something wasn't right. And I felt like I was putting too much time and energy into bodybuilding and not really getting the return that I wanted. So right around age 24, I stepped away from bodybuilding completely. I remember I didn't step foot into a gym for probably 9 months, and I was eating like 1 to 2 meals a day. Very simply, I just lost my love for it. And I didn't want to do certain things to my body anymore and put my body through what I was putting my body through, just to have a little bit more muscle and eventually step on stage. It just became not worth it to me anymore. So I stepped away. I focused on my career. I had a really good 9-to-5 job at the time. We were a growing company. I was making decent money. I was focusing on making music. I had a studio set up in my room. I wasn't bodybuilding whatsoever. And then came my second summer at the job that I was at. I became really frustrated with the position, and I felt like I needed to make a change in my life. I hadn't been bodybuilding in any way, shape, or form. I'd still been eating pretty clean, but I wasn't working out, and I was really small, and I was probably like 190 pounds, which is small for me. I hadn't been under 200 pounds for probably 7 or 8 years. So I was probably the smallest version of myself. That's when I started to make TikToks, and I was having a lot of fun. I was just making a ton of videos every day, just having fun with it. And slowly my account started to grow. And like I said before, the job that I was at, I was getting really fed up with the position. We were working like 60-hour weeks, had basically no time to do what I wanted to do during the week, and no energy. And I just knew that there was something else out there for me. So I really felt like TikTok was my way out of working that job and into starting my personal brand, taking my coaching business, which was kind of just a side gig, and making it my full-time income. And I realized that this was a big risk to take, because I still had all my monthly bills to pay. I had a good job, it was decent pay. The benefits were good. I was, we never shut down during everything. Never was not making money there. It just was not something that I wanted to do. So taking that leap was a really big thing for me. Leaving my 9-to-5 is I started on TikTok, and I already had my coaching business. I was promoting it on my Instagram. And I thought, well, why don't I just start promoting my coaching business on TikTok? And lo and behold, I started to be able to make a full-time income from helping people get in shape, which was what I'd been doing since I was 19 years old, but only as a side gig. I started to put a lot of energy into marketing my coaching services and just helping as many people as I could get in shape. Right around, I want to say 250,000 followers, I was approached by a company called Young LA, which is a pretty big clothing company in the fitness industry. So Young LA is probably the biggest sponsorship I have, but regardless of the sponsorships, the multiple sponsorships that I now have, what really happened was TikTok really grew my coaching business. And the reason that I wanted to touch on the fact that TikTok grew my coaching business was because, let me remind you again, I wasn't even into bodybuilding anymore. I was just working this job, and I still had all the knowledge to be able to coach someone to get in the best shape of their life. So I figured this was a practical thing for me. I was like, why not give back, give all this knowledge and see what happens? So basically that's what happened, and yeah, basically the rest is history. So where does bodybuilding fit in my life now? And that's a question I get asked a lot. You know, people ask if I'm ever gonna step on stage again. People ask, what am I doing with bodybuilding? And the truth is that bodybuilding in my life right now, it's just something that I do to relieve stress. It's something that I really enjoy doing. It's something that I do to keep myself in shape, to keep my mind in check, keep me productive. And also, I want to practice what I preach as a coach. Like, I'm not going to sit here teaching people how to get in shape and not be in shape myself. So I really want to practice what I preach. But to be honest, I have no plans of competing anytime soon. It's just not worth it to me. I love bodybuilding. I'll always be a fan of bodybuilding. I still follow bodybuilding, you know, classic physique mostly. I'll always have a deep respect for bodybuilders and bodybuilding. But as far as competitive, extreme competitive bodybuilding, it just really has no place in my life right now currently. I'm really focused on continuing to build my coaching business and just continue growing my personal brand. And I really want to spend way more time on YouTube and make some long form content to give back to my followers. Just continue to grow, and you know, I haven't really talked about my long-term goals, but I always keep those in the back of my mind, and those are really what drive me. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my sponsors below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media accounts. If you're interested in online coaching, shoot me an email, gabrieljanase@gmail.com, and we could talk. Let's see if I can help you out. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Look out for the next video coming soon.